Last time on the Tryforce podcast.
Goku accidentally falls from Snake Way into hell, where he finds a fruit tree.
How nice that must be. You know, like, how cool would that be to be able to do that?
To split yourself
to
in half.
split myself in half and just kick the shit out of my clone. Like, just... How great would that be?
Meanwhile, so Piccolo is ripping himself in half and beating the shit out of his clone. Meanwhile, Gohan sleds down a sandy hill. Gohan looks up at the moon, which has mysteriously reappeared. They just want to recap. They just want to let you know that once more. Is everybody cool? Listen, folks at home, do you know that Yamcha's dead?
I remember these crazy anime recaps because they do the recaps like 3-4 episodes back sometimes. I remember seeing Yamcha die like 6 times. This always, like, whenever I think about this episode now as an adult, this would be like you and me, like, training ourselves in a fight by kicking each other in the nuts, like, over and over and over again, like, every day for, like, months.
Yeah, we just spend a few months getting all of our sperm bank deposits in, and then we just decide to have the most iron pair of testicles in the world.
They're like my favorite podcast to listen to.
Get a sound check.
All right.
Yeah.
You have you laughing all over this thing.
Dude, I love them.
Here we go! It's the Tryforce.
Tryforce Ken times 3. Welcome to the Tryforce podcast. We're going to talk about the last 9 episodes of Dragon Ball Z today, but we're doing a little twist today because we have one of our very, very favorite people to talk to, our very own Z Warrior themselves. Rain is with us this time around.
Wrong thing. Hang on. Yeah.
I don't like it either. So, yeah. This is fun. I don't know shit about Dragon Ball Z, so...
And
that's fine.
That's why it's going to be so fun.
Yeah. And you only have 9 episodes to pretend to care about Dragon Ball Z.
Honestly.
True facts.
So we're going to do a little... we kind of planted the seed in part 2 of our DBZ venture.
Oh, was that a pun? Are you kidding? Was that a pun? Was that a Cyberman pun?
I mean,
all right.
Let's not split hairs here.
There we are. Good job. You got that one. You earned that.
Did I hear that? I didn't hear it. What are you going to do it again?
Oh, absolutely.
Love to hear it. So we planted the seed in part 2 where we're going to play the title game. So for these next 9 episodes, I'm going to read the titles first, and then you have to tell us what is going to go on during the episode before we reveal to both yourself and the audience what actually shakes down. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I am going to take this moment to say I only know about 6 or 7 Dragon Ball Z characters, so this is probably going to be terrible.
Would you care to list at least 3 or 4 of them for us?
I know Goku.
Good. Nice. Good start.
Vegeta.
Cell.
Important.
Majin Buu.
Hell yeah.
Frieza.
Nice.
And I know that there are some memes about Yamcha.
We did cover him already. So
and I know about the androids, but I don't know who is who. So
well, yeah. Do you know what they look like?
There's a blonde one.
Yeah,
and she marries the bald one.
Yes, she does.
So you got me on that. But
and there's Dedue/Android 16.
I think they have the same voice actor, don't they?
No way, I'll die. I will
so.
Literally.
Hang on.
Let's look that up.
I'm looking that up now.
I'll give Rain our first title so they can start chewing on it in the meantime. Is that all right?
Okay.
All right. So episode 30. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we covered the fact that Goku, Vegeta, and Nappa are fighting our heroes. Vegeta decides that he wants to one-on-one Goku and kind of gives Nappa the go-ahead to go kill Krillin and Gohan, and Goku stops him with the Kaioken attack, which is a big deal at this point. Nappa is paralyzed, tries to ask for help from Vegeta, but Vegeta's like, oh, lol, you suck, and then kills him. So this is kind of where we find ourselves. Basically now, so for episode 30, we're gonna start you off with a little bit of an easy one, Rain, because so as we mentioned, there are two kind of dubs of this. One was done by a company where they directly translated the title from Japanese, and then the other one was by Funimation, where they decided to actually contextualize the title with what happens in the episode. So, how about this one for you? The Ocean dub title is A Hot Unbounded Battle, Goku versus Vegeta. And the Funimation title is Goku versus Vegeta, A Saiyan Duel. So, I shiver to ask, Rain, what do you believe probably goes on in this one?
I can only imagine that Goku might be fighting Vegeta. This one.
That's a solid guess.
That seems accurate.
Feels like a safe bet.
Yeah.
All right. So in episode 30, Goku instructs Krillin and Gohan, Krillin being Goku's best friend and Gohan being his son, to leave the battlefield because he doesn't want them to get hurt. Oh, what a nice guy. With no one in their way, Goku and Vegeta begin their fight for the fate of the Earth. So hell yeah. Get a little applause going because they got it right. Fantastic. All right.
Thank you. I know, I'm amazing. Power of deduction.
Even with Goku using his Kaioken technique, which he just killed Nappa with, Vegeta is still demonstrably more powerful. Goku has no choice but to try Kaioken times 2. So, Colton, maybe you could kind of fill in the gaps here. What is, how do they manage to, is it just exerting more power? Is it just...
Man... I'm convinced it's magic because they do nothing to explain Kaioken. Kaioken, basically, for the audience, is some fuck-all technique that Goku learns from King Kai that literally multiplies his power. So, like, imagine, if you will, like, you have a power meter in your body. And like you kind of just feel it out based on what's
power
happening.
Level, if you will.
Because like I guess the power level is like the max reading for the power meter. I don't.
Okay, bet.
So
got it.
I guess that's a good way to describe it. But like you just go about your day, you go about fighting and shit like that, and your power meter goes down. As you exert more energy. So Kaioken
is like a buff.
Yeah, kinda. I know it's so stupid. So it's like you multiply your output and you speed up your consumption of power. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But you know what doesn't make perfect sense?
Anything about this?
The fact that Goku has no choice to try Kaioken times 2, but even with this increase in power, he still cannot overpower and stands no match against Vegeta.
Yeah,
his only choice. This is billed as the only thing Goku can do in these dire straits is to try a Kaioken times 3.
Man.
So he's gonna quite literally triple down on this. But the caveat is,
I love that sandwich. Love that sandwich from KFC. I missed that one.
Oh, the double down? Nice. Yeah.
Missed that.
Yeah, absolutely. But the problem here is if he tries the Kaioken times 3, the incredible surge in power could possibly destroy his body.
Yeah, you know what? But he's got plot armor for days. So it's like, I don't, like, even death was not a consequence. So, the other weird thing about Kaioken is that he can just pull numbers out of his ass the whole time. And he's just like, he could just say, okay, I'm doing times 4 now. And his body's like, got it. And you know what I mean? So I don't know how it works even remotely.
Right. So yeah, I would say that this is the issue here, is that kind of like a Rock Lee 8 Gates situation.
Oh
like
yeah, it's really a Rock Lee.
He gets the power, but it could hurt him or destroy him or kill him.
Absolutely.
All right.
This is like
So that's
primary
episode 30.
Lotus shit.
What's that?
This is primary Lotus shit. Like,
Oh gosh.
Love that. Love that. I love how many times we've referenced specifically Rock Lee in talking
well,
about.
because I'm thoroughly convinced that the character of Rock Lee was very heavily based in Dragon Ball Z. Because, you know, you don't use ninjutsu or genjutsu in Dragon Ball Z. You just beat the shit out of people and you throw an energy blast every now and then.
Absolutely.
You know, that's exactly it. So I feel like that was Rock Lee was specifically to draw in the Dragon Ball Z audience, because they even did the fucking weight joke.
Yeah, the weight joke. Yeah,
The
definitely.
weighted clothing joke.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So episode 31. So Rain, I'm gonna the Funimation title is still the same as last time, because sometimes they would just break them up into parts. So I'm gonna give you the Ocean dub title, and we're gonna go a little bit harder in trying to decipher what this is. So the Ocean dub title for 31 is Now Goku, a final technique with everything on the line. So, your thoughts?
He clearly uses whatever magic ability y'all were just talking about. Which I'm guessing is not the same as going Super Saiyan, because that's all I know of.
It is not. You're completely right. Absolutely.
The Kaio whatever the fuck.
Kaioken, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say the Star Wars reference, because that's pretty much what it feels like.
Tell me the Star Wars reference, please.
No, I was just gonna call it whatever that guy's name, Rilo Ken.
Rilo
Ken. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't even know. But he makes it to level 3.
Right.
And still isn't strong enough to beat Vegeta.
All right.
What I think is happening here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. They went even a little further than I think the title gave them. So let's take a look. So, so you know how we ended off last time saying, "Oh, Kaioken times 3, it could possibly kill him." Thanks to the Kaioken times 3 technique, Goku has the upper hand against Vegeta. So it took 3, but he's gotten there. But the Saiyan Prince will not give up so easily. So Vegeta is the prince of all Saiyans, as he reminds us many times.
Can you just imagine, imagine you're fighting somebody and then they just yell out like a number and then suddenly they're 1,000 times stronger than you? Like, what the fuck? Like, just being in Vegeta's shoes must be just
in the middle of a street fight. You're like 65.
All of a sudden, you hit like a brick shithouse. Like, Jesus Christ! Oh my God, Vegeta, that poor man.
I watch Bungo Stray Dogs, and someone has a power kind of like that. So.
Yeah, they do. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
Oh,
so,
man.
Vegeta doesn't take this imbalance of power very well, because he decides that if he can't beat Goku, he will destroy the Earth instead. Yeah, he's just like, screw it.
Rational.
Screw it. Don't need to beat this guy, just need to beat this big rock. So he flies up in the air, high up in the air, and fires his Gallic gun attack.
Yeah, boy.
Like the Spirit Bomb, I know that one.
No,
it's not the Spirit Bomb.
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Hell yeah, you're killing it. Don't even worry about it.
I only know bits and pieces, and I'm gonna say what
That's
I know.
fine. That's perfectly fine. We're here for it.
I love it. Gallic gun is specific to Vegeta.
And Trunks.
Oh, right. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Trunks. I know him.
Trunks is a
Hell
good
yeah,
boy.
that's 7 characters, man. So Goku, in response, unleashes the Kamehameha wave, and the 2 energy blasts meet in midair. So I hate that I'm about to make this reference, but it's kind of very much like the an Elder Wand situation. Like they're kind of like competing in the middle, tug of war style,
Yeah.
to try to see whose energy blast will become more powerful. Goku and Vegeta pour all of their energy into this attack, and after a long struggle, Vegeta's blast is pushing Goku back, even with Goku using Kaioken times 3.
And
With no choice left, he says.
Here
With
we
no
go.
choice, Colton. You had something to say?
here we go. I was just gonna let that one go because I know what's coming, and it's even stupider than you think it is.
With no choice left, Goku uses Kaioken times 4.
I
With
would
the
be so fucking mad if I was Vegeta.
You've got to be kidding me with
Like,
this.
I understand his rage throughout the entire series because he's literally just like, Goku is Mary Sue the character. Like, it's
Correct.
just, oh my god.
Correct. So with this extra power, he's able to blast Vegeta into space. However, Vegeta is able to recover and decides to become a great ape for his rematch with Goku.
I love how you could just decide to do that.
It's like, fuck it, ape. So the Saiyans have the power to turn into giant apes, just fucking demonstrably big apes. With the power of the moon, pretty much. So we were talking in part 2 how when Saiyans get sent to other planets to destroy all life on them, they get sent in these little baby Superman pods. And obviously, as Colton pointed out, when they destroy planets, they're not going to do it as the baby. They're going to do it as a giant ape. So they project an image of the moon, and then when they wake up, they see the moon. They transform into the ape. Gohan can no longer... What's that?
We should destroy the moon.
Destroy the
What
moon.
I'm getting out of it.
Yeah. And that is exactly what Piccolo does once and attempts to do twice. Because the moon just reappears. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
So Vegeta turns, looks at the moon. The evil Saiyan Prince starts searching for the full moon, but couldn't find it because the moon was destroyed by Piccolo before Vegeta and Nappa's arrival. Thinking Goku must have blown up the moon to prevent him from transforming, Vegeta returns to Earth where Goku is completely spent and claims to have a trick up his sleeve. So this is just stupid. This is just fucking dumb. And I don't know if this is backed by any sort of science, but who cares?
Did you just
so
ask
Goku's
if
fucked up.
Dragon Ball Z
Vegeta-
is based in any science?
I don't know. You'll understand when I read it. So, after telling Goku the origin of how Saiyans transform into great apes, he reveals to our hero the existence of something known as Blutz waves. Blutz.
I'm looking this up.
The power of the moon that reaches 17 million Xenos, which I can only imagine is like kind of like a parsecs kind of thing, like a unit of space distance. I don't know.
Man,
So-
it's exclusive to Dragon Ball Z, so it is not
good.
even...
Thank God.
they are
God.
the midichlorians of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's inherent in the world.
Yes, and they are an energy source emitted by large celestial bodies, such as the moon or the earth, because apparently that's a thing that happens.
I love it. The Blutz waves surround us. They penetrate us.
Yes, they
Bring
do.
balance to the force.
Man, I'm already half a giant gorilla, so like...
This is great. So check this. So he uses the Blutz waves to create and launch an artificial moon into the sky.
Yes, he fucking does.
So he just makes another moon.
Just imagine.
Meanwhile, he was up in space like, oh my God, I can't believe the moon is gone. That asshole Goku must have done something. And then, why didn't he just do it while he was up there? It's like, all right, fuck it, moon. Gets his crafting materials out, his little Animal Crossing table.
I can just see
Holy
Vegeta. Damn,
shit.
I need 10 star
He had
fragments
to-
for this.
He clearly had to show Goku, and just be like, well, fuck you, I'll just make another one.
I'll make a new moon.
Oh, man.
So, with absorbing the Blutz waves reflecting off the artificial moon, Vegeta begins to transform into a great ape as Goku looks on in horror. Meanwhile, Krillin and Gohan, who left, by the way, they decided that Goku was like, please leave, you'll get hurt. So Krillin and Gohan feel a tremendous surge in energy coming from the battlefield and decide to head back. They're just,
Oh
fuck
no.
it. Let's go back.
Man,
Let's do it.
can I just say something before we continue?
Please.
Listening to this podcast and listening to what you're saying, and like this is all true, by the way. I'm starting to realize why my parents never were interested in sitting down and watching this with me when I was a child, because I had asked a lot of times and they were like, no, we got things to do. I kind of get it. Because as an adult, like hearing this, I'm like, I don't want to fucking watch this shit.
And I feel like, oh, go on.
It's such a good show, though, but like hearing it explained is just like, oh, God.
I think this is the exact reason. I was saying this to Zach off the podcast, but my brother used to own at least like four to six box sets of Dragon Ball Z DVDs.
I currently own 6 bucks.
And
Oh my God.
I would walk in on the same, like, and he must have rewatched the series like a million times, but I would always walk in on the same 3 parts, which is the only reason I know anything about this show. And this has to be why I walked out, because nothing makes sense here.
Like, I wish I could tell you to watch it from the beginning and it'll make more sense, but it really fucking doesn't.
No. Fucking season 1 is a train wreck.
I mean, but every season of this show is a train wreck, but it's a beautiful train wreck.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like love this series, like even
I
still
love
today.
it. I still refer to this as my quintessential anime, because this is the one that got me into anime in general. And it's the only anime that I could sit down and watch all 273 episodes back to back. Yeah, 273 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
I can watch them
yeah.
all back to back in a whole shot. If I had that kind of time, I would do it in a heartbeat, because I love this fucking series. And you can see
He's scheduling bathroom breaks and times to sleep. All right,
Yeah,
if I
for
sleep
real.
for 2 hours,
Like-
I can finish it in 3 months.
like you can see the influence that Dragon Ball Z has had on anime since. You know, it's
Rock Lee.
crazy. Yeah, Rock Lee. But like you can see in Naruto the fucking power-up scenes, and Fairy Tail the power-up scenes. Really shown in anime in general. It's just all taken from Dragon Ball Z. But like,
And for the uninformed in the audience, what would a shonen anime be?
like a One Piece, a Fairy Tale, even a Yu-Gi-Oh.
No,
you know?
dipshit. What would you describe it as? For the
Plucky
people
young,
who don't know anime begins to list animes.
plucky young protagonist eventually kills God.
Love
I
it.
just-
Perfect. That's exactly what shonen anime is.
I mean, it's just they work their
right.
way through like obscenely powerful enemies just over and over and over again until they run out of things to kill. So
Yep. All right. So episode 32, Rain. So the titles that we have for you is Battle Power times 10, Vegeta's Great Metamorphosis, and Vegeta ... Saiyan style. So
I don't like either of those titles. I don't know which one is which, and I don't need to know.
I normally read the Ocean dub title first, and then the Funimation title.
Okay, well, clearly Vegeta is a big giant monkey now.
Yep.
And I guess his battle power is times 10.
I feel like this is a safe bet. Yeah.
one of
This is
them
a
is
safe bet. I don't think Goku can do his super magic up to 10. I already forgot what it's called.
Okay.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
that thing. He definitely can't do that up to 10. So I
just
think
you
that
wait.
it has to be about Vegeta. And at some point in the episode, maybe the Krillin and the other one.
The Krillin.
Listen, I'm trying. Okay.
You're doing great.
Gohan is the one that has the tail, right?
Well, all Saiyans technically have tails.
Yeah.
That's the idea. So
he had a tail at the first
Had one.
part.
Definitely had one.
he sure did. He
Tiny
sure
guy.
did until
Yeah,
Sure does not
Piccolo
anymore.
tore it off.
Oh, what the fuck, Piccolo? Don't ask
Yeah.
for your help.
Piccolo's
So
a bit of
Gohan
an
turned
issue.
into a giant ape, and then in order to make sure he never transformed again, Piccolo just yanked that shit, just took care
But
of it.
wait a minute.
Well,
why don't we
all
tell
right.
them what he did before he did that? Why don't we tell him why ripping off the tail was an afterthought? What was
He
the
blew up the
forethought?
moon first.
He blew up the fucking moon.
Blew up the moon first. Yeah.
Just
Valid.
got rid of that
That was
shit.
my first thought. the moon. So.
Got rid of
Brain's
that
just
shit.
like, moon's got to go.
Yeah, it's gotta go. But to finish, if I could just finish what I think is gonna happen in
Please.
this episode.
Oh my God, please.
So Krillin and Gohan are gonna appear, I think, and go, "What the fuck? That's a giant ape." Thank you. For your time.
I can't even tell you how 10 of 10 correct you were. But let me try. So, by creating an artificial moon with a specialized ball of energy completed with the Blutz waves,
Of course.
Vegeta transforms into a great ape. Ting! Correct. But unlike most other Saiyans, he has complete control of himself while in this transformed state. Right. So the great ape is kind of like rage mode, like you literally turn into a monkey and have the
Like
mental
Winston.
faculties. What's that?
Like Winston in Overwatch.
Bet. Yeah, totally.
Kind of.
Primal rage. Absolutely.
Yes,
But
that would be different.
Vegeta, thankfully, has complete control of himself because he's the Prince of all Saiyans. So he can speak and think while he's a great ape.
Well, that there's an actual explanation for that. Because when they send the Saiyan babies to the planet, fucking baby doesn't have complete control over itself. You know what I mean? Like, as
The
an
babies should get good.
yeah, they should get good. I agree. Baby Goku, fucking falling on his head, not doing his job, get good. But like, as they become adults, you know, they gain more control of themselves. So obviously they gain the mental capacity to control that. I don't fucking know. It's just Vegeta's an adult, Goku's a baby, and
and Vegeta's the Prince of all Saiyans. It
doesn't
would
mean
make
he's
sense that he
better
would
than
have more
them.
power,
It does not mean
right?
he's better than all of the Saiyans. Not
Yeah,
by a large
you shouldn't
margin.
tell Vegeta that.
I
You
know
should
I
not
shouldn't tell Vegeta that.
If Vegeta's gonna remind you that he's the prince like every 20 seconds, I think maybe like he might be better than everyone.
But at the
Some
same
kind of
time,
buff
like,
necessary.
what
But that's
prince?
just going based off old anime logic.
What prince in history has ever been better than the common folk? Like
Prince Zuko.
Prince Zuko, correct.
Prince Zuko. Okay.
Better than his whole damnation,
Good
except
point.
for my.
Very good point. But yeah, I'm just saying. You know, Vegeta's the prince, but he's getting shithoused by Goku. So,
Yeah.
Oh, he's a giant gorilla right now. Don't you know?
Correct.
yeah.
Luckily, Goku has one last attack that could finish Vegeta. Rain, you actually are getting points after the fact because that attack would happen to be the Spirit Bomb.
The spirit bomb. Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, boy, absolutely. And guess what? You also gain another point for this episode because as Gohan and Krillin return to the battlefield, ting, Goku is able to create the Spirit Bomb. So,
Fucking spirit bomb.
do you remember how they create the Spirit Bomb?
Absolutely not. I just remember it from the video game.
That's so fair. So Goku, it's like a power up. Like it takes forever. Like it's like a kind of like a charge move.
Oh my
And
god, he's gonna be there for 7 episodes.
Goku has to ask for the power, the energy of all of the beings on Earth. And whoever raises their hands to the sky gives a portion of their energy to the Spirit Bomb.
You know what
Oh, what the
You know what I just thought of? Like imagine you're sitting in school, right? Like you're a high schooler and your teacher like
Do I have to be?
like, just
Do I have to remember
Okay,
that?
no. Just for this hypothetical scenario, everything went great in high school. So, like, you're just gonna sit in your class and you're just doing your class, and your teacher asks for an answer. So Goku's doing his thing halfway across the fucking world, and he just happens to go like, "All right, everyone, give me your energy." Teacher asks you a question, you raise your hand, suddenly all of the energy gets sucked out of your body. You just fall limp on your desk.
You wake up in the morning and you like stretch your arms out like, oh, what a beautiful day, and then you just fall right back into bed.
People doing like yoga, just getting fucking.
What a bad time to give someone a high five.
Now everybody stretch your arms to the sky. Okay.
I just gotta turn this light bulb once and
Goku is trying to create the spirit bomb. However, Vegeta is able to prevent Goku from using it. How he's able to do that? Not listed. But
Smacks him mid-charge.
Just doesn't fucking say.
Hours.
Vegeta says no you and just cuts it out.
So Velma, stop that.
I think
Stop that.
I think I remember. I think he actually knocked Goku out, and like Goku wasn't able to like throw it. He completed it, but he wasn't able to throw it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
It actually does describe what's happening to Goku in the next episode description. I read ahead. But with no energy left, because obviously charging the spirit bomb not only takes energy away from the people giving energy to it, but also its caster, Goku is now at the mercy of Vegeta. Episode 33. Rain, I'm going to, this one might be a bit of a challenge.
Okay.
Episode 33, we're going to go Ocean dub title, then Funimation title in perpetuity. Or Colton, we were doing Funimation, then Ocean.
Yeah,
weren't we?
Funimation, because Funimation was more sensical. But wait a minute, was the Funimation dub Vegeta Saiyan style?
It was Vegeta Saiyan style, and in parenthesis, spirit bomb away.
Oh,
but
God.
I really wanted to slow burn that spirit bomb.
Please,
and as
let's do
Rain
it.
got real excited, so I stand by it.
Absolutely. So let's do Funimation first and then Ocean dub again, because I think the Ocean dub is just fucking ridiculous.
Okay, so I'll sometimes if they do the second episode one after the other, I'll read the parenthesis titles. So the Funimation dub title is Stop Vegeta Now, Hero in the Shadows. And the Ocean dub title is Don't Die, Father. This is the depths of Gohan's power.
My guess clearly is that Gohan is somehow involved. In
You
my
would
heart of
definitely
hearts,
be
I
right.
want Gohan to turn into a giant ape and kick the shit out of Vegeta. But I don't think that's going to happen. Because he, I guess, doesn't have his tail and all of that shit that Piccolo did. And if I recall, Krillin is useless. So
You
won't-
recall correct. You recall absolutely correctly.
God, I don't know. Obviously, Gohan's gonna be like, "Oh shit, Goku, my dad is dead." LOL. JK.
Just
and
another day.
He's gonna stab Vegeta. That's my go.
Gonna
If he
stab
doesn't turn
Vegeta.
into a giant monkey. He's stabbing Vegeta. That
He's
is
gonna
what I-
pull out a switchblade and just gank him.
Actually, you would be shocked as to how not far off you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a 75 for this one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's passing.
Yeah. So Gohan and Krillin arrive at the battlefield, but have to be quick to save Goku, who is being pounded mercilessly by Vegeta. Now, those of you listening at home, you can take that however you'd like. Krillin devises a plan to stop Vegeta. So I'm gonna. That's where you got some points taken off there, is because Krillin actually decided to have some sort of something going on.
He wasn't so useless. All
Not
right.
during this arc, and maybe the Frieza arc. So Krillin devises a plan to stop Vegeta, cut off the prince's tail. Right. So in order to cut off his tail, he no longer can be a giant monkey boy. So Krillin prepares to fire pretty much one of his only / kind of iconic moves, which is the Destructo Disc. And the Destructo Disc is pretty much what it says on the tin. It's just a flat CD of energy that can cut things really well. And is used iconically in the Frieza arc later on. But yeah, this is the first time we get to see it happen. He prepares to fire the Destructo Disc as Gohan distracts Vegeta. again, not listed how he's doing that. So in my head, he's just doing the frog dance from the old cartoons. Just hello, my baby, hello, my honey, just like running up in front of him, doing nonsense. Shockingly, doesn't work out for them. The Saiyan Prince is allegedly too smart for their tricks and spoils their plot somehow. Can't remember how. Probably just knocks Krillin out. Don't know. But the big part about this, and the reason that we gave you some points for somebody stabbing Vegeta, is the fact that suddenly Yajirobe appears out of nowhere and cuts off Vegeta's tail.
I don't know who that is.
It's okay. Yajirobe is literally not necessary. I think this is the one thing that Yajirobe does. I think this is really it, and then he just fucks off for the rest of
the entire series. Yeah, pretty much. Then he just becomes background comic relief.
Yeah. So Yajirobe's a fat swordsman dude with long hair who's like very short, and he's got a samurai sword.
I'll put
at
it
all
this
times.
way: he's a weeb even within the anime universe.
Yeah, there's somebody that you know in real life who I
you
think
know
about
Yajirobe.
every time.
Everybody knows
Yajirobe.
One. Everybody knows Yajirobe. They know a Yajirobe in real life.
And just like every group has a Yamcha, as we said, every group also has a Yajirobe.
Absolutely.
So Yajirobe cuts off his tail. Vegeta returns back to his normal form, but he is still too powerful to be stopped by the remaining Z fighters. So Krillin, Gohan, and Yajirobe can't manage to pull it off in the meantime. So episode 34. So the Funimation title for that would be Stop Vegeta Now, Krillin's Offensive, or Shoot Kuririn, the Genki Dama Packed with Hope.
I'm sorry, the what?
Genki Dama. Genki.
Oh, no, I heard you. I'm not, I just,
Fuck if I know, dude. I have no idea. I'm going to be honest. Maybe that's what they call the Destructo Disc. I don't know.
A lot of words there.
Yeah, you want me to give it to you one more time?
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
All right. So the Funimation title is Stop Vegeta Now, Krillin's Offensive in parentheses, and the Funimation title is Shoot, Kuririn, which is what Krillin's name is in the original Japanese. The Genki Dama, as I just spelled out, Packed with Hope.
Act with hope. Okay. Fuck, man.
That's how this series really be.
Is going to not be useless, I guess, and I guess wasn't knocked out in the previous episode.
Maybe not.
And I guess he's gonna use his Destructo Disc. I just don't believe in Krillin. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh my god!
No,
I don't really believe in him.
No. You're right. You're right.
I feel like they're gonna put their hope into Krillin, and it's just not gonna work out. And Krillin's not gonna be able to defeat Vegeta. So I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I don't think Krillin's gonna win.
Gonna go with 90% correct on most of that going on there. So as Gohan fights against Vegeta, Goku gives Krillin a part of the spirit bomb that he was able to save.
How?
I don't know. I have no idea. To my knowledge, Goku was out. Goku was fucking pushing Z's, and then he just wakes up. He's like, oh, by the way, just reaches into his pocket, pulls out like receipts, like his keys, and is, oh, by the way, I managed to shave this off of the spirit bomb. Why don't you use it? Yeah. So as Krillin prepares to unleash the ball, King Kai manages to give him a telepathic message saying not to use his eyes to throw the spirit bomb, but to feel it out and try to go for a feeling instead of.
Man, Zach, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah?
We did Last of Us last week,
We did.
What if, like, you and I were in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, right? And I
Yeah.
gave you a gun that you had no fucking earthly idea how to use. Like, you
Okay.
just,
Most guns then.
you've
yeah.
never seen this thing in movies, in real life. Like, it looked like one of the fucking craziest Covenant weapons in Halo ever. You're like, first of all, where did you get this? Second of all,
Where do you start?
like, exactly. So, like, imagine I did that to you, and then I said, don't look with your eyes, just feel it out.
Like
in the-
that's
I think Zach would immediately shoot you.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking blame him. Like, that's what
Yeah.
Goku is asking this poor man to do.
accidentally, obviously, but yeah, totally. So as Krillin prepares to unleash the ball, sensing the right moment, Krillin fires the bomb. But Vegeta is able to dodge it.
Of course he is.
So you thought that Krillin wasn't going to be useless, but it seems the fact that he completely fumbled the bag here and whiffed super hardcore. So Goku, apparently still conscious, telepathically communicates with Gohan, telling his son to redirect the blast at Vegeta, who has jumped into the air to dodge Krillin's
Oh, yeah,
strike.
Goku can do that. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah, just
Everyone good
everybody
with
at
that?
home.
Yeah?
You do that before?
Not really, no. He can't really do that without King Kai, but he can just do that now. Is everyone cool with that?
Yeah, well, King Kai talked
guess
to
I got
Krillin.
Yeah,
King Kai talked to Krillin momentarily ago. So,
King
like,
Kai
I
can
guess
do
he's
that.
just using that residual psychological energy.
King
I
Kai
don't know.
can do that because he's a god.
How would he? And
How would we know? How do
King
we
Kai's
know?
a literal fucking god. Yeah, he can do that. But Goku can't do that.
But how would Goku know that, like, the King Kai dude was talking to Krillin? Wait
Dude.
a minute.
You're right to have this many questions. I just want that to be made extremely clear.
I'm gonna be talking to a therapist one day, and they're gonna have to be like, "It's okay. Season 1 of Dragon Ball Z can't hurt you. It's not real."
Season 1 of Dragon Ball Z. It's just like the Krillin whiffing the spirit bomb.
Rain goes out into after their therapist appointment, and you know how certain doctors and therapist office have a TV. It's just on the TV.
What I feel like is gonna happen to me.
Anywho, Gohan is able to aim directly at Vegeta and lands a direct hit. Boom. However, Vegeta falls back down to Earth and recovers from the blast. So, this one little bit of the spirit bomb, this one little crumb of energy, was not enough to do the job. So Vegeta attempts to blow away all of the Z fighters at once with a giant explosion of energy. So I don't know why this man is still kicking. Vegeta has caught some fucking damage.
Yeah.
But he's still doing it, man. He's the Prince of all Saiyans. However, it turns out that in order to withstand the blast, the Z fighters separate from one another and withstand the attack. Vegeta is about to destroy them one by one, starting with Gohan when he notices something in horror. So, Raid, I'm going to give you a little bonus question here. What do you think Vegeta notices in horror when he decides, when he finds himself in this situation?
Goku is fucking coming at him.
Okay. Okay. Colton, your guess?
Is it that Yajirobe's still there?
It is a surprise, right? It would be noticing. You're both wrong, unfortunately, because
I do
Vegeta
know it,
notices
though.
in horror that Gohan's tail has grown back.
Because that can happen. Everyone
Just
okay with that?
in the middle of it, just right now. You feel like you would feel that. You're like, guys, my butt's been feeling weird all morning. Like,
You remember when Goku's tail grew back? Everyone?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Because it didn't?
no.
Oh,
So
boy.
yeah,
Oh,
Gohan's
boy.
tail's grown back, so now he can turn back into a great ape if he wanted to. Okay. So, episode 35, the Funimation dub title is "The Battle Ends" and "Mercy" in parentheses. And the Ocean dub title is "Cause a Miracle, Son Gohan, the Super Saiyan."
Clearly Gohan's gonna do what I wanted, and he's gonna be a giant monkey. and he's gonna fucking kick the shit out of Vegeta.
You put a little emphasis on that. I like
Because
it.
I don't know anything that's happening, but I want it to be known that I definitely right now in this moment, the little tiny Gohan should just kick Vegeta's ass. Vegeta's pissing me off. He's been alive for too long. I know he doesn't actually die because he has like a wife and a kid and shit at some point.
Yeah.
But I just want this tiny child to kick his ass immediately.
Okay.
I was
okay.
rooting for Gohan all the time, man.
Pretty well. We're going to give you an 80 on this one. Yeah, pretty good. Vegeta attempted to rip off Gohan's tail to prevent him from looking at the artificial moon and transforming. When Yajirobe jumps in and stops him by cutting through his armor with his sword, resulting in a heroic distraction. So Yajirobe pulling some weight in these like 3 episodes. Gohan recovers, and then on Goku's telepathic commands, because he's still doing that,
You can still do that.
he looks at Vegeta's moon and transforms into a great ape. Ting! Correct.
Do you guys think that like the artificial moon, the side effect is that Goku can do this telepathic bullshit? Just comes with the artificial moon.
That might as well be the answer.
Yeah,
You know?
what? It would make as much sense as any other one. So,
Right. So, unlike Vegeta, however, Gohan is a child, is 8 years old, and cannot control himself in this state. Quickly stopped by Goku and Krillin's cries for him to defeat Vegeta, Gohan quickly regains some of his consciousness and resumes the fight, pounding on Vegeta. So, ting, correct. Vegeta's just getting these giant, free-range, jungle-fed ape hands immediately. Because, he's able to kind of get... It's almost like the Hulk, almost. He's kind of able to kind of cut through the rage and like actually think somewhat clearly. So, unfortunately short-lived, because Vegeta is able to cut off Gohan's tail in midair.
by the way,
they get
by
into the air at some point.
By doing a technique similar to the Destructo Disc.
Really?
Yes, because he learned it from Krillin. Because
Just watching it?
Vegeta can just do that. That's a thing in Dragon Ball Z. You can just look. It's like, imagine like energy in your hands is like Play-Doh. You just need to see somebody do it, and then you can figure out how to do that. Does that make sense?
He got the DIY recipe.
Pretty
on the
much. He
Destructo
just
Disc.
saw that. He's like, oh, that's a thing you can do.
Oh, weird. I haven't seen that done before.
Yeah, like, it's like, oh, that's
Just
an
little-
interesting way to do it. I wonder if I could do that.
This strange bald child adult might be onto something. So he's able to cut off the tail, but as Gohan falls to Earth, he lands on Vegeta and crushes him before finally reverting back to his normal
Gohan
form.
is like 70 pounds.
No, as the Great Ape.
Oh, right. I forgot about that part,
Yeah,
actually.
as the Great Ape, he just fucking lands on this man like a whale lord using tackle. Like it's just fucking destroyed. And so Vegeta decides it's time to bounce. Vegeta pulls out his remote and summons his spaceship, beginning to crawl towards it. So all this is going down. Goku is dead, but Professor Xing this shit. I don't know what's going on.
He's deadish.
Yajirobe's already eating somewhere, probably. I don't know what's going on. But the big part here is that Yajirobe's sword is close by. So Krillin picks up Yajirobe's sword and stands over Vegeta in an attempt to kill him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This
pretty
shit's
dark.
crazy.
Pretty dark. However, Goku tells him to stop and to let Vegeta go.
No, man, I feel like a lot of your problems could have been solved.
Man,
He just murdered this man.
I think a lot of problems would have been solved if Goku just like died from that head fall. When, just oh my God. I mean, I get where he's coming from, but look at the fucking circumstances. This man has the power to destroy this planet in his fucking hands.
Yeah, he's got it. He's literally at their mercy. And his life spared, Vegeta promises the Z Fighters revenge when he will return as he leaves the Earth in his spaceship. So not only did you save him, he's like, oh, I'll be back. Don't you worry, I'm coming back. But for the time being, the battle with Vegeta is over. Which is strange because it's episode 35 and there's literally 4 more episodes of filler in between. So
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z
Rain,
was great at that.
What's your out of 10 for Goku's thought process here?
That's a 1 out of 10.
It's a 1 out of 10.
And that's
Some
Like,
real-
I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like you've been fighting this guy, right? Like,
Right.
this guy fucking comes out of, from my knowledge, right? This man came out of space, was just kind of like, yeah, yo, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And you let him go?
Let him go.
Like, I would have been like, if it was me, I would have been like, yo, Krillin, cut his head off. And then sever all of the limbs. Just in case the artificial moon can make him come back. Like, but no, you're gonna sit there and be like, no, let him go. And then he's like, oh, I'm coming back. We're gonna revenge.
It might be a mite dark for Goku to show back up with Vegeta's head and go, Chi-Chi, I'm home. We got a new man.
He doesn't
piece.
have to take his head off. Like, he doesn't have to take the head with him. Like, I'm just saying, like, you had all of the ability right there to end like this. Because this man's gonna come back and like be like, oh, I'm just gonna destroy half the earth. Bye.
Right.
Like,
So
at any
ridiculous.
point.
Right. So that's the end of the Vegeta arc, which brings us to episode 36, which seems to have, a different, the circumstances have changed. We've got some more things on the horizon in the wake of this. So episode 36 is a new goal, ... Namek, or also known as picking up the pieces in parentheses. And the ocean dub title is We're Off into Space. The Star of Hope is Piccolo's homeland.
Yep.
Well, I'm hoping that Piccolo is involved.
Yeah, I would say so.
But I guess they're going on a trip in their favorite rocket ship to space. Hopefully that's accurate.
Going through the sky. Oh my god.
Little Einsteins. I'm trying to think like with the Funimation title, but like
A new goal ... Namek. Or
yeah, I don't
picking
know
up
what
the pieces.
Namek is.
And
Maybe it's a planet?
the ocean dub title is We're Off into Space. The Star of Hope is Piccolo's homeland.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe they're gonna go pick up some star shards or something, and a star like exploded, and they have to go get the piece. That's my final guess. I'm locking that in. And I hope Piccolo is there.
You might have to see me after class on this one, Rain. Sorry to say, man. Sorry
I
to
don't
say.
know what anything is.
You've done great. You've done great so far, but this is wild. So the exhausted Goku, Krillin, and Gohan won their battle, and the Bulma, Chi-Chi, and the others arrived to help their friends. Learning of the deaths
You're
of
a little fucking late. Hold on a minute. You're just gonna show up now to help?
Yeah, he left. He left. We let him go. You let him what?
Fucking bullshit. All right.
Learning of the deaths of Yamcha, Chaozu, Tien, Piccolo, and Kami, the Z Fighters are upset because without the Dragon Balls, the others cannot be wished back to life again. So obviously,
when did everyone die?
So throughout this arc, Yamcha fumbles the bag immediately with a Cyberman. Chaozu blows himself up and does absolutely jack shit. Tien tries really, really hard, but isn't strong enough. And Piccolo and Kami are like sort of the same person-esque kind of thing. But I don't remember how Piccolo died. I'll have to rewatch episode 2, part 2. But Kami is a god, and Gami and Piccolo, their presence dictated the helpfulness of the Earth Dragon Balls, which you could summon the Great Dragon Shenron if you have them all in the same place, and he grants you one wish. So, because Piccolo and Kami are dead, the Dragon Balls are inert. They cannot be used. Colton, what are they exactly?
The balls are in fact inert.
The balls are inert, correct. But Krillin happens to have an idea. He managed to overhear Vegeta saying that it was the Namekians, who created the Dragon Balls. So they decide to go to planet Namek, which is Piccolo and Kami's home world.
Okay, so I give myself a point on that because I said I think Namek's a planet. So
Yeah. Definitely deserve a point. The only problem, and I'm going to try my very best to bring this, to kind of say this number out loud in a podcast appropriate sense. The only problem is that it will take 4,339.2516 years to reach Namek.
Oh, that's nothing. They'll be fine.
Very, very specific. Extremely specific. So
They had to make it sound scientific because fuck all else in this show is
2,516 years. Oh my god. Okay. They decide to use Nappa's spaceship to get there because Saiyan spaceships travel much faster than ordinary spaceships. So they are, in fact, in a rocket ship going on a trip. So, you know, I'd say that's a good portion of your grade from here.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I'm on the board, you know.
You're definitely on the board. Definitely on the board. So episode 37 has the same Funimation title, but a different bracket. So it's a new goal, ... Namek, and in parentheses, plans for departure. And holy shit, you guys. The ocean subtitle is Mysterious Yunzabit. Yunzabit. The search for Kami-sama's spaceship. So quite a task we're handing you here, Ray.
Okay, so wait. So in the last episode, they made it to Namek. They're there.
They're in the spaceship. They decide to use. They're trying to use the spaceship. Nappa's spaceship, who was Vegeta's henchman / right hand man.
Okay, but they haven't like left.
They have not left yet. That is correct.
Oh, okay. So clearly, they're idiots and don't know how to use a spaceship.
Okay.
That is where I'm going with this. Can you tell me what the ocean subtitle was again?
Mysterious Yunzabit. The search for Kami-sama's spaceship.
My guess is that the spaceship doesn't work.
You know what? I'm going to give you a full... You deserve a gold star because that is a full 100% grade.
Very nice.
So, this one's really small. This one's really short, as the rest of these are. But this one's literally like 2 long sentences. Bulma destroys the Saiyan's ship by accidentally pressing the self-destruct button on its remote.
Oh no.
So the only hope they had dashed in a second by a misclick. Oh my lord. So yeah, the Saiyan ship blows up. Mr. Popo arrives and tells them that he knows of another spaceship. So Mr. Popo was kind of Kami's secretary / confidant. He's a very strange looking character, but unfortunately relevant. It tells him that he knows of another spaceship. It is the Namekian ship that Kami originally used to come to Earth when he was a boy. Hesitant but willing, Bulma goes with Mr. Popo to try to find this spaceship despite her fear of him, which is completely justified. Rain, why don't you execute a short Google search for Mr. Popo?
Okay. Hold on.
I want your knee-jerk reaction as soon as you see the image.
Oh, that's concerning. Dragon Ball Z, Mr. Okay.
I thought they had already made the search.
Oh my god.
Oh. Huh. Well, that is certainly a thing that I
It's certainly a character design, for sure.
is definitely
Man.
not a character design I would use.
No,
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 no. Definitely not a good idea. Oh,
Remember
shit.
when Four
I
Kids
don't
turned
like
him
this.
blue?
I think the best way to say this is I don't like that. And I also would not want to go anywhere with that. So
Yeah.
I am with Bulma on this one, whoever she is.
Bulma is a scientist. She is at this time. She was Yamcha's girlfriend before he died, and later on goes on to be Vegeta's wife and mother of his child Trunks.
Now,
Okay.
imagine being Yamcha. Like, just
No, thank you.
the ultimate
don't think
beta.
I want
Like,
to.
just fucking Yamcha gets blown up, and then your girlfriend is like, "Nah, I'm good with that. You died. I'm gonna go marry the guy that killed you."
Bulma's a savage, man.
Power
He's
move.
a fucking savage.
I don't give a fuck.
Like that's
Oh.
a fucking power move right
Poor
there.
Yam-
Yamcha.
The
Like,
most.
I mean, I hate Yamcha, but I feel for him. I really do.
He's fine. He's got poir. He's
He's
fine.
got-
He's got a cat.
I mean, is he?
A cat's all you need.
Does
man.
anyone ask Yamcha how he is?
It's never how's Yamcha. It's oh my god, is Yamcha dead again?
Maybe one day it should be how's Yamcha.
Right.
He's dead, clearly. Come on,
Oh,
Colton,
man.
get your head in the game.
So so episode 38, our second to last for season 1. The Funimation title is Journey to Namek, or Nursing Wounds in parentheses. And the ocean dub title is Blast Off for Planet Namek, the terror awaiting Gohan and company.
Oh, well, that sounds terrible.
That's not
Oh.
good.
That clearly danger waits in the mist here.
The mist.
Yeah. That's how we're gonna describe this here.
I love it. I love it.
They get the spaceship, clearly, and they are on their way to the planet. And nursing wounds, I guess Goku, if he's going, is maybe gonna fucking rest up for the first time and like
Oh,
you know, maybe be like, oh shit, I was in a terrible fight. Maybe I should,
Maybe I should not.
oh, ye of
Take a
little
breather.
faith.
do something
Holy
crazy.
shit.
All
Fucking-
the while, there will probably be clear foreshadowing of the danger to come. Thank you.
You know what, Rain? You're getting
100.
it. You're getting
100%. 100%
it.
correct.
You're really starting to follow the absurdist nature of this show.
I was around for some 90s animation, so I think I can put some pieces together.
They've served their time.
100%.
Oh shit, man. So, yeah. Basically, I'm gonna give you another 100. That's 100%
Very nice.
what
very,
happens.
Very nice.
Because the ship works on voice commands given in the Namekian language. Mr. Popo, after finding the ship with Bulma, decides to teach her a little bit of the language so that she may operate the spaceship. Meanwhile, Goku, Krillin, and Gohan recover from their wounds. Hell yeah, you did it.
Yay.
Nice. Because Goku's injuries are far worse. Gohan and he has to stay in the hospital after Gohan and Krillin have completely recovered. So Goku is out. He's not interested. He is on bed rest, man. He is.
Sorry, just imagine going to the hospital and having to explain,
That's
oh yeah,
exactly
this
what I
guy
was
came
gonna
from
say.
space and turned into a giant ape and kicked the shit out of me. And then I tried to use the energy of everyone on the planet who was willing to give it to me, and he still kicked the shit out of me. So now I'm here.
The
And
doctors.
then I turned into a gorilla, and they're just like, give him some more morphine and just knock him the fuck out.
The doctor's writing like blunt force trauma.
Clearly concussed.
Oh,
Oh,
severely concussed. And that
So-
also brings a great point now that I think about it. Do you know that like after that they never go to like a public hospital? They always recover in Bulma's compound.
Yeah, this is the first time that they used
Some
the
shit.
Probably fucking were like, put Goku in a mental institution. This man got fucking. They're probably like, dude, you got mugged.
God.
It's okay. And he's like, no, it was a giant gorilla man who made the moon appear. He
Just-
made the moon, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, he's crazy.
They're just turning up the dial on his IV as he's talking. They're like, all right, totally, yeah, giant monkey, got it.
Go to sleep, Goku. Go to
The
sleep.
moon. Another guy with a conspiracy theory about the moon. Just fucking.
Another one of these moon guys. Oh lord. So, because Gohan and Krillin are completely recovered, Gohan and Krillin decide to accompany Bulma on her journey to the planet Namek. So, fuck yeah, man. I want Rain involved in us recapping every single episode of Dragon Ball Z from now on.
Rain, are you gonna be okay with that? Like, are you gonna be able to handle that?
They don't need to be. I just want it in my life, you know?
I mean, yeah, listen, I will continue to do. This is the only podcast I didn't have to do like actual research for, so I don't mind being around to not have to do research.
Yeah, you got it.
Considering the amount of effort I put into every other podcast, this is nice.
Rain staring at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 podcast.
Dude, don't remind me.
Hey,
Oh Lord. Well, we're almost finished here because we've made it off to episode 39. This is your last attempt at the title game.
All right.
All right. So episode 39's title is Journey to Namek, Friends or Foes? ? In parentheses. And Friends or Foes. Now, this is where things might get a little dicey. The Ocean dub title is Friends or Foes? Children of the Mysterious Giant Spaceship.
Well,
okay.
sure. Clearly, from the foreshadowing I was talking about in episode 38, they are going to. I guess they're still journeying to Namek. I guess they didn't fucking get there yet.
Yeah, it's gonna take like what
could-
40,000 years or some shit like that.
Well, they should travel faster.
Just,
I guess
just go a
there's
little
going to
fast.
be another spaceship
All right.
with the questionable friend or foe. We don't know because I guess they didn't want to fucking tell us. And they're going to just have to fucking figure it out. I don't know. It's the last episode. It ends on a cliffhanger, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. So I'm here to I'm going to definitely say that I'll say that they deserve a round of applause without a doubt, because that's without a doubt correct what happens. So Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma blast off to Namek. So they're off. They've begun the journey because Bulma blew up the first spaceship. She found the Namekian spaceship. Mr. Popo taught her the language so that she can operate the spaceship. But on the way, they run into what appears to be an invisible spaceship. So there is, in fact, another spaceship in the mix. Nice. They enter the ship only to discover that it's full of traps. What those traps are, not listed. But in my head, it's just a Dungeons and Dragons. They're just dodging, spears coming out of the walls. And
I really hope that it's the Pegasus boulder trap with a fucking speaker in the middle.
Oh,
of
yeah.
the balloon.
If I was designing a
swear.
spaceship, the first thing I'd think of is, what do I want in my ship? Ah, yes, Aztec dungeon traps.
Traps.
That's it. That's what I want.
Like, don't go down corridor B. Why? You don't want to go down corridor B.
Nobody goes through corridor B and lives.
We lost Richard that way.
All right. After getting through what seems to be all the traps, Bulma, Gohan, and Krillin find a table full of food and begin to feast. So, after going through all these traps, they see just a 11-course meal, and they just decide to start housing it like they didn't just fucking go through traps. Like this isn't another trap. Oh man. I don't think I would eat it. I don't think I would eat that.
The fact that these people made it this far in life is nothing short than a miracle.
Yeah, the Zenzu beans, man. They'll do it to you. Holy shit. So they soon figure out this was a mistake. So
no, really? Fucking
yeah. No, but you don't know why it's a mistake. I'm the only one that currently knows why it's a mistake, and this plot point is a mistake. I don't know what happens at the beginning of season 2.
Mistake.
Anime was a mistake. So, what do you guys think they find? What happens after they start to feast on this food?
Obviously, it has to be poisoned.
Yeah. Okay. Poison. All right,
No. The friends/foes are gonna fucking show up.
Rain is definitely got their bloodhound senses on this one, because the other half of the Ocean Dub title is Children of the Mysterious Giant Spaceship. So, with that in mind, this invisible spaceship's full of traps, full of food, happens to be full of children with guns that then begin to hold Bulma and hostage that come into the picture. And that note, just children with Berettas and Uzis, is the end of season 1 Dragon Ball Z.
In the food.
No. Like they
come out
just
while
pop out.
Dude,
They just
I thought
pop
you
out.
said they were hiding in the food. And I'm like,
they're
one
not
of these
hiding in
kids
the food.
definitely got eaten.
They come out of the cake. Like,
All of
No.
the cake.
no, they just get ambushed by a bunch of fucking children with guns. That's
man,
it.
listen, man. Like, The Outsiders was a great book. And
Oh my god.
they made this when the sequel came out, like even further outside. It just wasn't as good.
Do you think
know.
Akira Toriyama read The Outsiders?
I think
Obviously, what happened?
Stay
here.
Gold Super Saiyan. Oh man.
Oh lord. Okay, so that's it. That is Dragon Ball Z season 1, 39 episodes. So I guess at this point, Rain, just from these 9 episodes, what would you say your overall thoughts are?
I'm honestly, my overall thoughts are I'm glad I didn't watch this as a kid. I definitely had the smarts to know that this was not a series for me at that young age. And
Ironically, I think you'd like it more as an adult.
I don't think I could sit through it. I genuinely don't. I feel like this is one of those shows that I have to like when we watched Game of Thrones and I was like shit-faced. Like, I feel like that's how it has to be. It's one of those shows I just have to watch either completely shit-faced or like completely serious with like my fiance, and it's just me shitting on it the whole time.
Then you know what? I propose an anime night. We
I would
just
love
get
nothing
drunk.
more.
We just get drunk and watch season 1 Dragon Ball Z. I think that'd be the funniest
I'm just
fucking
gonna if you can live stream anime, that's gonna be my stream on the Triforce.
Oh,
Twitch.
fuck yeah.
It's just me live streaming Dragon Ball Z, shitting all over it and being like, the fuck is this?
I'm so here for it.
All right, Colton. Since we kind of dug a little deeper into this, what would you say your post game opinion on Dragon Ball Z season 1 would be?
If you know what, Rain, I'm going to agree with you. If I was just told this happened in a show, I'd be like, you wouldn't have a snowball's chance in hell of getting me to watch this show. But as much as I fondly remember it as a child, I was able to see all this shit happening in my head. And you know what? I'd watch it again because it was a lot of fun to watch. And it much like Yu-Gi-Oh!, you just have to get past the first season, and then it actually does get better. So it's just
I'm very doubtful.
Listen, man, the Frieza arc was really good. I really love the Frieza arc because that's where they wanted to end it originally. You know, they just wanted to fucking be done with it.
A trash can, so
He definitely does look like a whole ass trash can, but it's fine. Like it reflects his personality. But
You can put trash into my head.
yes.
Do you have food
man.
scraps? Deposit them, please.
Dude.
Yeah, man. Love Dragon Ball Z. Love it.
Yeah, I just, I think that quite like a lot of shows that we watched as children and like kind of attached ourselves to like the I feel like as kids you kind of only focus on the parts that are like cool and are memorable, and you kind of a lot of the plot kind of falls through your
Yeah,
idiot kid brain.
I was thinking of this the whole time during this podcast that like when I was a kid, I would go into shows with a completely blank slate. You know, I wouldn't be trying to compare them to real life events. I would just be like, okay, season 1, what goes in this show? What's the rules of this show? You know, and then whatever happened within that universe, you know, I was like, okay, that's within the rules of this universe. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't think this is stupid at all. You know?
I just think that if while I'm probably going to be right there with Rain shitting on Dragon Ball Z season 1 because this is a nightmare. Like, obviously there's iconic moments like, the special beam cannon and the first spirit bomb and, Yajirobe cutting off the tail and all that stuff and the great apes and stuff. And Vegeta is obviously a very, very important character. And this is really his season. It's not about Raditz last 5 episodes.
This is literally called the Vegeta arc.
It's called the Saiyan Saga. Thank you very much.
Nappa did not last long enough for him to get a part of that.
No, he did not.
So,
I do want to add this because the Wikipedia thankfully had a hyperlink to season 2. These children with guns, space pirates.
Yeah, man.
Just want to make that clear.
My Outsiders reference was actually pretty good.
Space pirates, yeah. So, I think we can kind of let season 1 where it lie. If anyone has any closing arguments,
I will be shitting on season 1 so hard, but I'll be shitting on it from a perspective of love and nostalgia. Just like season 1. I looked at a Yu-Gi-Oh card, like a Yu-Gi-Oh card lot, because it popped up on my Let Go profile, and I saw a Battleox in there, and I turned to my girlfriend and I went, "Wow, it'd be great if I bought that because if fucking Battleox is immune to all fire monsters. That'd be great." So it's just shitting on it from that kind of a thought process is a lot of fun. I just can't wait to hear Raditz's stupid fucking voice again. Oh, Kakarot, I found you.
Definitely a 2-pack a day kind of guy. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm like as drained as I imagined I would be after fully recapping this season.
Oh man, it literally sounds like an abridged series when you watch it. It's so fucking funny, and it goes surprisingly fast.
And of course, the two of us, at least, I don't know where Rain stands on the matter, but the two of us at least recommend that people watch the Dragon Ball Z abridged series.
Oh, 100%.
Hilarious.
It actually covers a lot of the shit that season 1 does, but it covers it in a more digestible manner.
Oh yeah, way easier going down for sure.
Oh yeah, and you still get a gist.
I've never seen the abridged. I have no opinion, but it can't be any more insane than what I just listened to.
Actually, no, it's actually kind of less insane. I'm not gonna lie. After listening to like an in-depth of what actually happened in season 1 over the course of it, it's kind of less insane. Zach, would you agree with that?
I would say that recap. I feel like they boil the plot points down to something that's very funny, like when Raditz steals Gohan and Goku's like, "Piccolo, did you see him take my kid?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw that shit. It was fucking hilarious." Because it's just so easy to be like, "Oh, this is what actually happens," and you're watching the show, you're watching the visuals of it, but man, is it so much easier to follow and understand.
Oh yeah.
And we hope that you follow us on any of our various medias here on Spotify. We can also find us on Spreaker and iTunes and wherever you get your famous podcasts. And we hope that you return for another for maybe when we recap another Gold Star anime.
Definitely got to do that. We got some in the works right now. I think The Last of Us 2 is next week, right?
Last of Us 2 is next week, yes.
Oh, man, I cannot wait. I had more of that coffee. I finished it off, and I'm very upset about it because it was delicious fucking coffee.
And it seems you haven't turned into a clicker, so
no,
that's
definitely
good.
have not. It actually does have, like, legitimate cordyceps mushrooms in it, which is... did not know that was in a coffee. And I thought I was making a joke about it, but then I actually looked at the bag. I'm like, Oh fuck!
Eyes widen.
It's like, oh.
Well, you know what? You're not dead, so
Yeah, definitely. I haven't
Not
lost
as
my
dead
mind
as
yet.
most of the Z fighters. So.
Yeah, well, sorry, Yamcha. Love you, buddy.
All right. So thanks you all for listening. Thanks for dealing with this. And Rain, excellent work on the title game. Fucking
Absolutely.
fantastic.
thanks. I only failed one, so
Yeah,
you definitely get a rank B for this episode. 100%.
Nah, man, we dropped the lowest grade around here. Don't worry.
Oh, we
about it.
do. Okay, so the rank A,
absolutely,
rank A.
absolutely.
I
That's
passed with flying colors then.
Very
hell
nice.
yeah. All right. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.